Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into today's video. We're going to do the week ahead forecast. Today, we've gone on to the new month, gone on to February, but the weather's not changing. We're going to be in a very unsettled, changeable mode with deep areas of low pressure bringing copious amounts of rain and strong winds at times as well. And then we've got a bit of a problem right at the end of the week, as a southerly tracking low pressure is coming up from the south, and its exact track is interesting because it's got some very warm air to the south of it, it's got some quite cold air to the north of it, so there's going to be a big temperature gradient to fuel it, and on the northern side there is just the suggestion, just the risk, but there could be some snow. But where exactly that low pressure track is going to be very hard to pin down. I'll get onto it in a moment. You'll be able to see all the charts as we get to the end of the week. It's a bit hard to describe what's going on, but it is an unsettled week coming up anyway. There's going to be lots of heavy rain once again. Now, before I get on with the video, I just want to talk about the advertising. There's video ads on my pages at gazweatherviz.com. If you hit play on the video ad, you'll be supporting gazweatherviz.com. Thanks so much for doing that. It pays the website, so thanks for getting involved and helping to support gazweatherviz.com. The websites we're using for the week ahead podcast, got radar pictures from UK Met Office, we've got the charts from westend.de and weatheroutlook.com. The link to all three of those websites is on my links page. So quite a nice morning across central eastern parts of the country this morning, but we've had showers from the word go out in the west. These bright, vibrant colours indicate some very heavy downpours out in the west, and as we've moved through the morning, the general trend has been for those showers to push eastwards, and you can see they are banding together here. We have got bands of showers, lines of showers merging into longer spells of rain, gradually pushing eastwards across the country. That's going to be the trend through the rest of this afternoon, so things will go downhill this afternoon, I think, in central east areas. Those showers start to push through, although east areas probably hanging on to the dry weather until late in the afternoon, and even then the showers will probably break up as they push through. Now here's today's nasty synoptic pressure chart. We've got deep area of low pressure sitting across Scotland, 970 millibars, very tightly packed isobars on the southern side of that low pressure, so we've got strong winds across the whole of Ireland, England and Wales, and in some places, particularly around western and southern coast, those winds are reaching, or will be reaching, gale force, and they'll combine with high tides to continue to produce very big waves around those western and southern coasts, and an ongoing risk of flooding. So a very windy afternoon with bands and lines of showers moving eastwards across the country. Driest weather in the east, wettest weather always in the west, but nowhere will be immune to showers this afternoon and into this evening. So the showers will be heavy with hail and thunder. There'll be a risk of sleet and snow over high ground. As with last Saturday, there may even be a tornado reported somewhere. So a very lively old afternoon with lots of heavy showers. Temperatures somewhere around 3 to 8 degrees, something like that, about average. But it will feel quite cold in that wind. Now, overnight, we're going to find the showers dying back towards the western coast. Many areas will actually become clear and dry through the course of the night. The winds will moderate a little bit as well, but still staying quite breezy. Holding temperatures just above freezing at around 2 or 3 degrees. That could be low enough for some icy patches on untreated surfaces. Now, a slightly better day as we move through into Sunday. Still a breezy old day, quite tightly packed icy bar, so it'll be quite windy. There's a suggestion that some sort of weather system may bring persistent rain to Ireland and western Scotland. I think many parts of the country will actually be dry on Sunday with fairly reasonable sunny spells. Showers really will be restricted to those western coasts. Temperatures again around 3 to 8 or maybe 9 degrees, so about where we should be for the time of year, and not feeling too bad with the winds moderating and some fairly decent sunshine. So one day only off though, because on Monday the next area of low pressure is starting to head in. I think we'll tend to start Monday on a dry note with sunny spells. Central east areas probably not too bad, staying mainly dry with the bright sunny spell continuing for a while before cloud thickens up. But out in the west we're going to bring another band of rain through, and some of that will be quite heavy. Temperatures again somewhere around 3 to 9 degrees. That rain will move across the country through the course of Monday night, clearing away by Tuesday morning. Tuesday isn't actually going to be too bad a day, but it's only ahead of its next very deep Atlantic storm that's winding up out to the west of Ireland. So I think Tuesday itself will be mainly dry. There could be some showers around, particularly in the north and the west, but I think quite a bit of dry weather on Tuesday. But eventually we're going to find heavy rain and severe gales starting to come back into Ireland and the far southwest of England. Temperatures again around 3 to 8 degrees, about where we should be. And then that sets us up for a very nasty spell through the middle of the week. All areas are going to turn really wet and windy overnight, Tuesday into Wednesday, with severe gales, bouts of heavy rain sweeping across the country, very nasty overnight, Tuesday into Wednesday. Wednesday will start on a very wet and windy note. The persistent rain will clear away very quickly through the morning, but this area of low pressure at 960 millibars, sitting again across Scotland, is going to bring more heavy showers, longer spells of rain through much of Ireland, England and Wales. Notice the tightly packed ice bars on the southern side of the low pressure, so the worst of the wind battering Ireland, England and Wales, again up to gale or severe gale force around those southern and western coasts, which will again combine with high tides to produce the risk of coastal flooding. All areas at risk of some sort of flooding mostly because of Wednesday, either through the rainfall or through the coastal flooding. Of course, inland you have to be near to a river to get that flooding. You won't get flooding if you're not close to the river. Now, right, there's going to be lots of heavy showers coming across the country through the course of Wednesday. They'll merge, give longer spells of rain. There'll be hail and thunder mixed in as well, and the showers could turn increasingly wintry across parts of Scotland, maybe over the Pennines as well. Temperatures, well, really quite academic. We're going to be about average again at 3 to 8, but it's going to feel quite cold in that strong wind and with the showers. And then as we move through into Thursday and Friday, the confidence in the forecast crashes because we've got this area of low pressure developing to the south. So the first low pressure, Wednesday's storm, is to the north of Scotland. This next low pressure is developing to the south of the country and pushing northwards. Now there's a big temperature gradient with that. We're bringing some very warm air up in towards Spain, Portugal and France on the southern side of the low pressure. On the northern side, the air is quite cold. So we've got a lot of energy fueling that low pressure, and there'll be a lot of heavy rain, but on the northern side there could just be the risk of some wintry conditions. So I think for Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England, it's fairly straightforward in that we'll have sunshine and showers, but showers increasingly wintry down to lower levels across Scotland. For England and Wales, probably not too bad through much of Thursday itself, with some sunshine, but I think cloud and rain will spread up into the south by the end of the afternoon, so that will be very heavy indeed. Temperatures somewhere around 2 to say 7, so a little bit lower, and it will feel colder. And then as we go through into Thursday night into Friday, there's that low pressure moving through the channel. Cold air is on the northern side, warm air on the southern side. I'll show you the temperature gradient again. There's the warm air to the south with those yellow colours, cold air to the north, so there's going to be a lot of heavy rain somewhere Thursday into Friday. The exact track of that low pressure, very hard to pin down. I think much of England and Wales at risk of heavy rain. On the northern side, which at the moment probably looks like Wales, the Midlands, maybe East Anglia, there could be outbreaks of snow developing on Thursday into Friday. Some of that could be quite heavy, and it could give a covering of snow as well. But I have to emphasise that low pressure could be further south, or it could be further north, taking the risk of snow into northern England. It could eventually turn very mild in the south with that warm air on the southern side of the low pressure, but it all hinges on how far north that low pressure gets. So Friday probably starts off with outbreaks of rain, sleet or snow across England and Wales, and where exactly those different weather types are, we're going to have to pin down. All moves away into the North Sea through the course of the day, with sunshine and showers following from the west. Now, there could be lying snow anywhere across England and Wales, but probably particularly through Wales and the Midlands on Friday morning, but it'll very quickly thaw away as that low pressure clears away. Quite a cold day, though, wherever snow is lying. Temperature's just 2 or 3 degrees, otherwise going to be around average at 6 or 7. And then it's back to square one next weekend as the next low pressure sweeps through, bringing rain and gales across all parts of the country. Finally, have a look at the charts from the Weather Outlook. Here is the situation today. We've got showers in the west, and they're going to be getting together and moving eastwards through the course of this afternoon and this evening, driven on by strong winds. Sunday you're going to have showers in the west, but many places actually largely dry on Sunday. Quite a decent day, one of the best of the week. Mainly dry in central east areas on Monday, but we're going to find cloud and rain coming back into west, and that's going to spread across the country through the course of the day. Not too bad for Tuesday, but overnight, Tuesday into Wednesday, going to turn very stormy with heavy rain and strong winds sweeping the country. Showers or longer spells of rain across all parts of the country on Wednesday. Very windy day with gales, particularly around western and southern coast. And then the problems going into Thursday and Friday. Besba rain coming into the south through the course of Thursday into Thursday evening. It's mainly dry further north, and then quite what happens on Friday, very hard to suggest. Thursday night into Friday, very hard to pin down. Lots of heavy rain across England and Wales. Could be snow on the northern side, and that's anywhere for Wales, the Midlands, East Anglia, or possibly north of that into northern England. Eventually the whole lot will clear away into the North Sea with brighter showery conditions following from the west. And with that low pressure, there'll be a very strong cold northeasterly wind for a time as well early on Friday morning. So that looks very significant, and I will have to do a lot of updates probably on that over the coming few days. In summary though, it's staying unsettled. There's no break to the Atlantic onslaught. Lots of wet and windy conditions, showers, longer spells of rain, an ongoing risk of flooding as well. And then just at the end of the week, a real problem to pin down exactly what's going to happen, but heavy rain comes up from the south, and there could be some sort of wintry weather, some sort of snowy conditions on the northern side of that rain. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.